Ratchet and Clank Crack in Time walkthrough part 4. So we are here in space and we have to go and select save Captain Quark. Trying to figure out how to move the camera around, but the right analog stick is just making me do a barrel roll, so oh, it's the left analog stick. Okay.
Warning. Hostile ships detected.
And those would be the hostile ships.
The same as Captain Quark's nav beacon.
So maybe this isn't the space thing I was thinking it was. It might just be part of the level. Okay, so these are going to be 25 ships. This is definitely a different camera angle than the previous Ratchet and Clank games, but that's okay. I like this one a lot better. So we'll see how hard these ship battles are on hard difficulty, because this is on the hard difficulty, but...
Hey, Mr. Vorselon, my name's Captain Quark. Maybe you've heard of me. Savior of Solana, number 97 in Kerwan's 100 most eligible bachelors. Anyway, you seem like a reasonable floating head in a tank, so I was wondering if we could settle this without violence.
Insolent creature! Your request has fallen on deaf ears. The only future you may hope for is a quick and merciful death, following hours of unimaginable agony.
Huh. So that's a no, right?
Oh my goodness, I forgot how much talking they put in these games. I don't even remember what I was talking about before, but oh well, doesn't matter. Alright, I'm on the hard difficulty. Ships aren't too hard. And Ratchet and Clank, that's what I was saying. Ratchet and Clank aren't really known for being terribly difficult games, except for the final bosses have a pretty good reputation for being absurdly difficult compared to the rest of the game for some weird reason. Especially on the PlayStation Portable one, whatever that Ratchet and Clank game was, where the stupid boss would just kill you in one hit. My goodness. But it was still a fun game. Okay, so we're on, what ship are we even on here? Vorselon's ship? Okay, I gotta remember that for the title of this video. And that's probably gonna...
Where are they holding you?
I don't know. It's a big cell with some sort of containment field. Oh, it smells like my high school gym locker.
All right, maintain radio silence. I'll contact you when I'm inside.
Okay, I can't remember if they had that in Tools of Destruction, or if that was just from, like, using your Omni Wrench to do stuff remotely like that. I can't remember if that was Tools of Destruction or new in Quest for Booty. I don't know, I don't really remember much about Tools of Destruction, and I played it, like, not that long ago. But, I don't know, I think I'm in the middle of New Game Plus, so I might load it up and play it again. Okay, if that roasts me while I'm walking across and we have the last Lombax become a roasted Lombax, somebody's gonna have a pretty interesting dinner. So good, we still got our gravity boots. Just take that on out of there.
Breach detected in starboard airlock. Dispatching engineer.
If only my wrench had an upgrade like it did in the other games, like the really early trilogy. Alright, here we go. Actually, I wonder if it does have an upgrade in this. I think, was it the second game or the third one where you could buy wrench upgrades? I don't remember. So my bounty is 10,000 bolts, I think. Engineers bug me.
Fred, is that you? Azimuth has escaped. You owe me 5 bolts.
How about I give you 5 golds? Golds. Whatever. I'm just gonna kill you so we pretend that I never said that. Okay, this part also reminds me of when you're on the Geth ship in Mass Effect 3. I think the Geth homeworld place? I don't know where it is. Oh, they're announcing Mass Effect 4 soon, I think. Like, June 12th, they're gonna have a lot of... I mean, okay, they've already announced it. Okay, anyway, so they've already announced Andromeda, Mass Effect Andromeda, but they didn't have a whole lot of, like, gameplay on it. So I think a lot of that's going to come on June 12th, so I'm kind of hyped for it, but I'm probably not going to watch it, because if I get too hyped for a video game, then it starts to kind of suck. And I learned that lesson with Halo 3, unfortunately. But I love Mass Effect, so I think they finally announced a release date, which means I can start playing the trilogy all over again, and I think this time I want to do a useless Shepard playthrough where he doesn't pick any Paragon or Renegade options whatsoever. He does all the useless... Oh, dear goodness. Okay, how the heck did that die in one hit? Anyway, I'm going to do all the useless neutral options, and it's probably going to be boring, and it's probably like I'm going to have such a hard time avoiding the Paragon options, but I'm going to do it. So it should be pretty fun, because I've already done, like, I have a couple of files. I have a file where I did whatever I want, so it was a mix of Paragon and Renegade.
Station 7. Dispatching security team.
Oh dear. I had a file where I did pure Renegade, which to this day some of the choices gives me nightmares. And I did a file where it was just pure Paragon, which was also pretty fun. Oh, jeez, holy goodness. How did you get in here? Yay, level 2 frog. More damage. Okay, bomb. Don't you dare. Okay, jeez. And a lot of people, I know they really didn't like Mass Effect 3 because of the ending, but I thought the ending was kind of fine. And technically there's like 4 endings. And the 4th one most people have never even known you can get, just because it's, you have to, like, say no to everything, so you have to have high Renegade, and you have to say no. Yes, Mr. Zircon, thank you. You have to say no to every option that kid gives you.
The perfect companion for spontaneous treks through hostile alien environments. Uh-oh, looks like these guys are hungry for Lombax soup. Well, not to worry. Just deploy your Mr. Zircon, and he'll target any hostile entity.
Mr. Zircon is looking to kill you.
A deal agreement. Mr. Zircon, available only at GrummelNet.
Oh man, you can't go wrong with Mr. Zircon. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Mass Effect 3. So I don't know, I didn't mind the ending that much as everybody else did. And I think, like, again, that comes down to the whole expectations thing. BioWare definitely hyped up the ending to Mass Effect a lot more than they should have. I mean, EA probably told them to do it. They probably said, get the pre-orders, you'll get a bigger bonus. You know, I mean, it's business, that's what they do. That's what they've always done. And I learned with Halo 3 that you listen to all the hype, you're going to get really let down because your expectations are always going to exceed. Your imagination is always going to run wilder than what they're going to create, because most of the time these people, when they create these stories, a lot of times they have the stories already thought out. Sometimes they don't, and you can definitely tell when they don't. But I mean, like, if you're ever young and played around or acted like some guy from a show that you really like you acted like you were in Harry Potter or something, you probably came up with some pretty cool stories on your own, but you used characters you didn't think up. So, you know, you get the base to think up cool stories on your own with someone else's characters, and you can think up some pretty cool things that way, even though it'd be pretty hard for you to create something that cool totally on your own, which is why becoming a really good writer is really difficult. But because of that, then your imagination is going to run a lot wilder than even the author of those characters will, and your expectations are just going to go through the roof, and you're going to get disappointed when the game finally comes out, or the book, or the movie, or whatever it is. So I really think not having any expectations is the best way to be happy with new games that come out. Especially these days when ideas just seem to be repeating, and when EA does spectacularly stupid things like releasing Star Wars Battlefront without a single-player mode and then having the game be pretty much dead on arrival because it's got less than 6,000 players on the PC currently. So that really disappointed me. That was a waste of $40 for Star Wars Battlefront, but that's a whole different video and a whole different rant, and I think I might have already complained about Battlefront in the past anyway. So I think we're going to take out a few of these enemies here, and then I'll probably end the video soon, although I kind of want to jump onto this. Get at it, Mr. Zircon. Alright, let's pull out the bombs, because these things are actually pretty dang useful against these guys. Oh dear. Thank you, targeting system. You actually worked the way I wanted you to. For once, I have absolutely no idea what drained my health there. That was weird. Probably came from there, right? No one's spawning from there anymore. Yay, level 2 bomb glove. Higher ammo, always good. Oh dear. Oh! No, Mr. Zircon. I feel like Mr. Zircon's a lot more restrained in this game than he has been in, even the Ratchet and Clank remake, he was pretty hardcore. I don't know if that makes any sense whatsoever, but it did in my head. Okay, so just making sure there's no obvious secrets I can grab, and then we will be ending, or by we, I mean I will be ending the video pretty soon here. I think before I walk into that hallway. So yep, that'll be it for part, what are we on, 4? So part 5 will be whatever the heck takes place in part 5, and I will see you then.